Next thing I know, I'm jumping out a shorty window in front of a bus stop full of people, son.
Yo, y'all should do a podcast for real.
Yo, but like, what would we call the podcast though?
Boy, I don't even know, but it got to be something that represents us. Look, man. So here's the thing. Yeah. We back for another one.
Yes, sir.
A little different this time. You're
definitely a little different. I was trying to follow Two's lead. We had a guest last time, so I'm trying to keep up the guests or whatever. Some of the listeners like when we have guests and all of that. So Two ain't here, so my boy here. Y'all see somebody different. He filling in for my boy too. I mentioned this brother name many times on the podcast. This is, literally like one of my brothers, blood don't mean nothing. We not blood brothers, but, is there somebody that I really look up to, somebody I really relate to and all of that. My man Josh, my man Wealthy.
Welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I do. What's going on, people? Yo, Dre over here being modest. He be like the glue to all of his friends. So we know. See, fact.
That's a fact. Yeah, not everybody know that.
So they got a pod chat that group chat that was dead for months. Months was re-erected today because this nigga was just happy to be in the building.
That's a fact.
Exactly. So we gonna give you your flowers, bro, for being dope. We appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate that. Stivs is here. He usually is.
I'm always here,
bro.
98%.
Yes, sir.
Where's the other two, bro? What's going on with that?
I only missed 2 episodes.
Yeah, my man is committed. 98%. My man's committed.
I appreciate that.
This episode 93, them things. It's that Dennis Rodman episode.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Dennis Rodman.
He wore 93.
I thought it was 91.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was 91 too, Dre.
That fuck up.
Damn, bro, you fucked up.
Somebody Google search that.
I got you right now.
90. I thought it was.
I could have sworn he would.
91.
I wouldn't have just said that. I know he went. Somebody searched that. But anyways, episode 93. We back for another one. Those who usually listen.
I'm gonna just show you this big dog.
Yeah, it's 90. It's 93.
Yeah, I fucked up, y'all. My apologies.
He got on the Spurs in 93. But I know that's not what you meant because he ain't really known for being there.
No, he wore 93 on the Spurs,
wait,
right?
How you
he
like
got on the Spurs?
Alright, fuck it.
This ain't the fake support in this moment. Like, I know that's not what
this ain't the Dennis Rodman episode. This episode 93. So this episode dedicated to all the 93 babies. I was born in 93, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up.
For the 93,
appreciate that for the 93
that I put in my car.
So those who are listening, y'all usually hear music in the background. We taking a little different approach today.
Not the YouTube. Sign up and get the audio version.
Sign up, man. Support these black brothers, man. Get the audio version.
So I was thinking, man, you know what I'm saying? We be having fun sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Be bugging out. We done all had times where we chilling with the homeboys and you just break out into a random ass cipher. Niggas think they can rap when they, get that liquid courage and all of that. Uh-oh. So I just wanted to, just start off and have a little fun. Know what I'm saying?
Where's the liquid courage?
That's a very important factor.
Well, we ain't got the liquid courage. Y'all had, some extracurricular activities going on. But
I actually joined here with good faith, knowing that this was going to be a very fluid situation. So I'm feeling good.
But yeah, we just gonna have a little fun to start off the show. Then I promise you, we're gonna get into the topic, get into some serious stuff, talk to my man, get his perspective, his view on the world, and all of that. But we just want to have fun this time a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? Stiz, go ahead and hit me with that. Now y'all don't laugh. I'm gonna really try to sound like a rapper.
Go crazy.
I need y'all to, when I pass it off to y'all, I need y'all to go crazy.
Hey.
Ad-lib and all of that.
This nigga waited all this time to embarrass his damn self.
I think for all of us, because you gotta participate, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Nah, who?
Yeah.
I'm going.
It's your boy Steele, the HTT pod. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? We here, episode 93.
Yeah.
About to get y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever comes to the top of my head.
I ain't do this in years, JP.
Look. From a young age, I knew that the boy was blessed. From a young age, I knew that this boy could dress. From the young age, I knew that life is a mess. but I'ma pass it just like a test.
Keep going, Dre.
I'ma
Oh, the gum came out.
nigga made me spit out my gum. Nah, he really made me spit out my gum.
Thought I was.
Yeah, you fucked me up. Let me pass it off to Josh.
What?
Go crazy. I can act like I'm a real rapper for a second. Growing up, I was in a dark place. Now I'm messing with you. I really You thought something hard was about to come from that. Like he been chilling on some talent. Nah.
This nigga.
I'm not really like
You got something, Stiz?
Yeah, I got some right here.
Yeah.
Now he about to pick up a verse. He got a written. It's crazy. He got a written.
Yeah,
It's really. I wish I was going in my phone to like unlock something in my
Nah,
notes.
no
like,
cheating, no cheating.
Nah, I don't got nothing. I don't.
My boys ain't got none. I guess it's only me, y'all.
It'd been
Okay,
corny if
Dre
I
with
rap
the
whole
rhymes.
verse, right here.
Huh?
It'd have been corny if I rap whole verse, right?
Yeah, that would have been corny as hell.
A little bit.
Cut this shit off.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you could have passed it off. You could have set a bar then.
Nah, I passed it and you fucked it up. So
All right, my bad, bro.
we done.
And we're moving. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Moving on to
episode
the-
93.
Yeah, man. Alright, so let's get this thing started. So I do got a scenario question, quick little easy one, whatever, nothing crazy. So you and your significant other, y'all have a conversation, y'all decide that y'all gonna get matching tattoos of each other's name. Alright, so y'all go to the tattoo parlor. You as the man, you get tatted up first, or whatever, just to do it first, be the man, get it out the way or whatever, so your shorty could see it. She not scared and all of that. So you get your shit done, shit come out nice or whatever, her name look nice. It's her turn now, and she backs out. She like, I ain't doing it no more, I don't want to do this no more. What's y'all next course of action, or what would y'all do in that situation? Stiz, I'll go to you first.
It's weird for me to answer that because in these scenarios, when I commit to something like that, something like a tattoo or whatever, I'm gonna go all the way. The only thing that'll turn me off is probably the artist. That if I see he messed yours up or didn't do yours to the vision that we envisioned, I'll probably switch Audible and go to somebody else. But so I won't get it that day. But I like to let people do this first, so I'll do it. Like I know I'm gonna commit. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Right.
That's real.
So I like with my homeboys, we got the same tattoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once I saw I say, yo, I'm gonna do that shit, and I saw like one of my homeboys get it, I got it.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like I just don't like being the one out there.
Yeah.
Cause that should get me tight. Also, what's the matching tattoo that you would get with a shorty that's probably something personal, so you just gotta, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, you got tattoos? You nigga got a sleeve.
Man, I got a whole sleeve.
Yeah.
What about you, my boy?
I mean, I feel like it's knowing your partner for real.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not gonna make a commitment with somebody who I know, you know
Not
what I'm
gonna
saying?
follow through.
Yeah, or who has any type of reservations about something that's permanent.
Yeah.
I feel like, you wasting both of our times. Because now it's an argument.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, you hoodie because she ain't, fall through. You know what I'm saying? Now you the one that got it tatted. Or you probably got, like, some reservations and you trying to see if she gonna really hold you down. Or if this is, like, one of those determining factor situations.
Right.
Like, yo, I'm about to marry her, so let me see.
Is she really, you know what I'm saying?
That'll kill it. My thing, too, would be like,
And that'd be it, though.
what if you already had reservations on getting a tattoo, but you committed to this because of her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but then again, that's the same situation, but then vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got reservations, I feel like you should express that.
No, the expression it happened, and because of whatever love you got, is that weed?
Yo.
Holy shit!
What?
Oh.
Yo,
My
we
fault.
good.
I'm weird.
Yeah, if I got reservations and I express that, and then because of the love that I feel or whatever, and you know what I mean, we end up agreeing to something,
Right.
then I feel like even then I would want you to go first still, because I'm already on the fence. So the last thing you need is for me to get it, and then you be on the fence out of nowhere, because I ain't never gonna trust nobody.
Right. I ain't gonna be too long with it. I agree with both of y'all. I definitely think it's a conversation that you gotta have with your partner. definitely feel it out. But y'all should definitely know each other enough to know if y'all want to make that commitment. So that's cool. I ain't asked y'all how y'all was doing. That's how we usually start out. How was y'all weekend and all of that? How y'all feeling spiritually, mentally, and all of that?
I appreciate that. I'm feeling. I ain't gonna lie.
We don't lie on here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I could be transparent. I'm having like one of those like seasons where it's like a lot of transitions have happened. You know, like in a close amount of time for me, like major transitions and things have happened. So it's like I feel like I'm grateful. I'm thankful. But I feel like, yo, I'm not stuck, but I'm in a complacent season where like it's like I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things that I gotta like just weather through the storm type of, you know. So I'm not like depressed. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I still see joy in like regular days, but heavy on like I'll be like, yo.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, my boy? I hope you hear me. You feel me?
Yeah.
But on just, you know, just being like a spiritual person and a believer, you know, it's like, all right, you know, God, like I know, you know, the sayings that we've adapted like socially, you know, like he gives the toughest battles to the strongest soldiers, like
facts.
But in essence, like what if I'm tired of being strong?
Facts.
You know, or like you get your breaking point, and then like for men, we don't really be having like people to like talk about it too. So a lot of us are dealing with the same feelings internally, and it's like, damn, bro. Like who do I, you know? So then we be having like these moments where we like lash out or, you know, just like lose it, and it's just like, yo, bro, I can't afford to be like in a space where I'm losing it.
Yeah.
You know, a new kid, like, you know, being married, like it's. My life doesn't operate for me to not be, you know, like at peace so I could function for my family.
Right.
So, you know, it's like, yo, it's a lot of praying, you know, like, and being expressive. But it's getting comfortable doing it. So, you know, it's tough. But it's real though, you know, so.
How you doing, Stiz?
I'm going through it, bro.
Yo, I'm glad. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the transparency. I'm like, yo, I'm being vulnerable right now.
Can I be vulnerable?
They invited me on here, and I'm being very open, so nobody don't leave a nigga hanging.
Nah, it's a safe space.
I appreciate that.
But I'm going through it, Dre. But fighting, I'm saying.
That's real, bro.
A lot of shit just taking over the thoughts, but it is what it is, day after day.
Yeah.
That's all we could do is just make it.
Yeah.
Every time I open my eyes, I'll be like, all right, I'm still here. Let's do it.
I'm going through it too, y'all. I'm going.
Wait, what's this episode? What's the name of this episode?
We going through it.
Apparently, it's we going through it,
man. Yeah, man. I mean, just to be transparent, me and Josh had a conversation the other night on the phone, and we was expressing, you know, just the things that we going through. Me personally, I'm just, I'm in a space right now where I'm kind of like playing from behind. I feel like I'm playing from behind, and I gotta play catch up now with a whole bunch of, you know, with a whole bunch of people, and you know, not comparing myself to people and stuff like that. I never do that, but just to be where I was and now where I'm at now is just like it's crazy, like, you know. I have the same talks with God and all of that, like, you know, why am I in this position? Like, you know, same thing, given the battles to the strongest soldiers. Like you said, we don't want to be strong all the time, you know what I'm saying? So it's just hard, but gotta keep on pushing. And I know us three, we strong and we gonna push through. But you mentioned you know, a lot of things that you've been going through. You're a new father right now, so I wanted to get you on here and basically just get your perspective, man. You know, we had a couple people on here that are fathers as well, so
Appreciate that.
get their perspective as well. So it's just always good to get a new perspective. There's new people that's going through the same thing as you, and you know, people could use words as advice. So
for sure.
Y'all both are fathers, so I'm gonna just be asking y'all questions and stuff like that. But Josh, how was the journey for you? Like, you know, leading up to the pregnancy, you know, those conversations that you had with your wife, you know, talking about a baby and what you guys wanted to do. What was that whole process like up to now?
So
what things surprised you? What things didn't surprise you? Like, you know, just, you know, kind of give an outlook of what you was going through.
All right. So, like, to make a long story short, like about a very intricate part of what I'm about to say, or like what pertains to like my journey for fatherhood. So we took like a big loss in my family, like we got married in 2021. Then we like had a big L. Of like a family member, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, certified.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
And who was my wife's baby brother, and then like 2 months after that, so October we get married, December our world is shaking, and then like February it's like, yo, you about to be a father. So for me, fatherhood is like, dealing with all of that, and then like being with somebody who is a licensed therapist, you know what I'm saying. It makes you have like uncomfortable conversations, you know what I'm saying. So and faster than like usual, because it's like you're kind of conscious of like what's going on, so to avoid it is, it's pretty, right. Yes, it's silly, so it just makes us have to like, make stuff that is so uncommon more common, right. To like just talk about. Yeah. And for me, like, fatherhood has been like, it been kicking my ass, I ain't gonna lie. Like not in a bad way though, it's just like I try so hard to be perfect. Like a lot of times I'm sitting back and like I'm enjoying it, and it'd be like, yo, you really got a son. Yeah. Something that I appreciate and I thank God for every day. But trying to just like, just support my wife, and her family, and be there for my brother's family also, right. And then like think about, I still have my side of the family that have their own stuff going on too. Yeah. And as much help as they say you have when you have family, there are a lot of moments where it's really just you and the person that you have, like you and your significant other, who happens to be my wife. It's just us two, so it's tough, like people just talk about a lot. Like social media makes you think that a lot of stuff is way better than what it is. Absolutely. Without giving like full transparency of like tough moments. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, why aren't we talking about these things? Like it's a lot of situations that we are going through, like as men, feelings, emotions about a lot of stuff, and it's like, yo, why enough? Like we all feel this or going through a season like this. Why ain't nobody talking about this stuff? Right. So I'm enjoying it. I'm just trying to be a good friend to those that are still connected with me. Absolutely. And just like, get help where I can. Not try to overload myself, and I appreciate friends. You know what I'm saying, my boy. I appreciate you, man. That's my godson. You feel me? That's a fact. One of the godfathers to my little man, to Priest. So, I know I have a village, and he surrounds himself with good people. Caesar's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I know I have resources. And we was even chatting at his birthday dinner. Yeah, facts. A few months ago, and Caesar was dropping some, some gems, for fatherhood for me. So, like I'm surrounding myself with good people, So like if I do feel overwhelmed, like I feel like I got a good amount of people around, that could really, just like help me, maneuver through this situation. No, that's a fact. But it's not easy. Yeah. But it's a beautiful situation. Like I'm learning a lot. I appreciate that. Like my pops. Now I'm more thankful for my father than like I've always been thankful for my father. Like me and my pops is tight. But like I'm so much more grateful for his presence being there, because I even have moments now where I'd be like, yo, dang. Like when I was playing basketball and when I was boxing, and a lot of times then my mom would start taking me, and it was like it was the same but it wasn't the same. And then when you get really good, you kind of want your pops to like be there to, like he's like your number one fan at first, you know what I'm saying. So like with him, getting his life together and expanding, and the beautiful moments in his life, as an adult I'm able to say like, yo, he kind of missed a few things. Wasn't as present as I would have liked him for some of the things, right. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to express that because me and him could talk. So, I'm taking a lot of stuff that I got from me and my pops and trying to make sure I implement that with me and my son. Yeah. So big ups to my pops for that one. You know what I'm saying?
There's a saying that fathers are raising their grandsons.
Yo, it's sad though.
That's true.
I mean, no, like, in a good way. I mean, my bad. I interpreted that the wrong way.
Like, not because you get that second chance.
You get that. No, not even the second chance. It's just like the way he raised you is the way you're gonna raise your son.
No, that's a fact.
If you're connected that way, those teachings won't go anywhere.
Right.
No,
I mean?
that's real,
So
bro.
those teachings, obviously you're gonna pick the good and the bad that you agree with. So
Right.
those are the ones that you're gonna pass on. But if you got a father that's been connected with you and hands on and actually being active and present, those same teachings and morals that he instilled in you is
Absolutely.
the same ones you're gonna, because to you they're successful based on your life. Those are the ones you're gonna pass on. So it's good to hear you talk about all that stuff.
I
Go ahead,
appreciate
Dre.
that, bro.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people, like people talking about the way the grandparents treat the grandkids. They like get the world. Like
They could do no wrong, my boy.
and that's how I feel with my grandmother. Like that's my relationship with my grandmother. Like I could do no wrong. She give me whatever I want. She give me all the love in the world. But you know, her children, they have a lot to say about the way that they was raised in their childhood and stuff like that. And I can't see it because I didn't have that same experience. So, but that's why I'm saying she had a second chance to kind of get it right because she learned with them. And basically raised me, and you know did a good job. You know, for the most part, a great job.
I feel that.
I mean,
but nobody gets it right.
Still be on me the same way.
Facts,
All the
like-
stories I heard my moms and my uncle talk about, nigga, I seen some of them. But what I could say is, the older they get, it's less about raising than nourishing and enjoying the time.
Yeah.
So in their mind, the discipline and the strictness. Obviously, if you step out of line a little bit, grandparents they're gonna step in based on the values that they hold true to them. Because obviously, like their kids grew up and they may parent differently or want to parent differently, so
Right.
they don't want to overstep. But they just gonna stand on the like you just like my grandma don't give a shit about where my little brothers go, but they ain't gonna disrespect her and just walk in her house any other time. You get me? Like it's like that type shit.
yeah.
But
Because they still raised on good principle and morals.
That's
know,
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like if the principles that they raised get passed down, but like my mom's was a little lackadaisical with like that part of the discipline. Like my moms don't care what time we come home as long as we straight and we let her know where we at. Like that's how I was raised up. My
that's
grandma's is like, nigga, I don't give a shit what you talking about. You living at my house, be home before I lock the door. Cause you know it's lock the door, but then it's grandparents lock the door to go to sleep.
Right.
Facts.
Once that top lock go on and the chain go on,
It's
it's
the chain, my
Yeah.
boy. You have the keys for
you
everything,
ain't on this
bro.
side. If you ain't on
If
this
the
side,
chain is on, yo, you staying
staying
outside, my boy.
that's
I know
where you
about
at.
that.
My grandma was on that type of time.
I hear you.
That's real.
Shout out my grandmas, man.
Oh yeah, shout out grandma. Yo, Stiz, how was the journey for you leading up to, you know, having Jakey and all of that? What was that journey like? The conversations, if you had any.
Mine was a little, actually the polar opposite to Josh because he was married, right? Yeah, he was already married.
Yeah.
I wasn't. So a lot of the conversations leading up, like after the announcement, a lot of the conversations started shifting away from the baby and more towards the marriage part. Like, yo, when are you gonna propose? Da, da, da. And I was raised Christian, so I understand the weight of it.
Right.
It's just I didn't, and I still don't feel like I was in that place to head down that path. So we here, and I didn't feel like rushing down that path because we got this baby now. I feel like that's worse than just doing it if you're not ready. I feel like forcing it because you have a baby is worse.
Yeah.
Because now you already got all this lifelong entanglement because of a kid. Now you just gonna add the law into it. Get a little weird. But that was a lot of the leading up. Once the baby came, or once we just found ourselves in some type of understanding, the baby came, we was straight after that. Like just maintaining, because not a worrying on what we gonna do or whatever. Now it's like we got this life that we're responsible for.
Yeah.
And it happens so fast, bro. Like,
Bro.
They only a baby for a little second, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It feels like he's been a baby for a very long time now. Bro, my son is he's only about to be 10 months, but right now that he's
Bro, I
like
saw
getting
your
into
baby
stuff.
was 2 years, bro.
2 years.
Nah,
Yo,
bro.
now that he's like starting to walk and like getting into stuff, bro, and he's very attached to his mother.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying,
I wanted to ask you about.
Yo, can we talk about the dance with my father playing in the background is really. I want to shout y'all out for this
Come
one.
on,
Yo,
man.
I ain't gonna lie.
trying to
I
set
was
up-
singing this shit on here a couple weeks back, wasn't I?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to set a tone. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see, bro. I love that.
I wanted to ask you about the attachment to the mother thing, but I'm gonna come back to that. I want to
for
actually
sure.
stay on the father topic since Luther Vandross is playing. But you have a unique experience compared to us when it comes to fathers and stuff like that. Your father happens to be a pastor.
Very
You guys
much
are
so.
very
Yeah, my
deep.
grandfather a pastor. That's who raised me.
Ah, my bad.
Nah, don't get no. Shout out to my grandfather, man.
Yo, shout out to Steve's grandfather, man.
My bad. But you guys are, heavily involved in the church. My boy is definitely committed. He's there every Sunday. There's no question asked.
Word.
I tried many times to get him to
Menu, bro. Menu.
I tried many times to get him to skip out just so we could do some things. But I respect the commitment and just
Absolutely.
Discipline.
the discipline. Is very important to him. So that's very commendable. But
Appreciate
Now that you said that, that's part of the things I was talking about with my getting raised by my grandfather.
Absolutely.
Because I was forced to go to church every Sunday. The minute I don't live under his roof no more, I ain't going.
I ain't going right. That was kind of me too. Like that.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was.
I'm talking Sunday dinner. I mean Sunday morning, Sunday night, Tuesday night prayer, Wednesday night choir rehearsal, Friday night youth service, Saturday night revival, Sunday.
Wednesday night
This is
Bible
my-
study, my boy. I know what you mean.
That's my life, bro.
Nah, I mean, so I definitely feel that. I can see why people would
Yeah.
do that, because it also is the type of believers that you raised with. You know, a lot of people are like super
Devout.
religious and
Devout,
not more
yep.
so like relationship with God.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have more religion and be like stuck in like the Old Testament and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then contradict themselves with like they regular day living. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
but trying to save souls is not like a thing. So they'll just talk about the life experiences that you go through and like, yo, just be so judgmental. And it's just like, yo,
the
that's
Sunday Christians.
right,
Sunday
exactly.
Christians.
And they be living, crazy. Like I have a lot of work to do as a believer. I won't lie. But my faith has always been like something that I was very expressive about.
Yeah.
To my homeboys, in school, on my Instagram. But for me, my experience was a little different because my dad was very transparent about how he grew up. And like being outside. Me and my dad have a lot of similar stories that are like almost like identical. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, about situations happening and like getting involved in things and like just growing and evolving as like a young man. And being attached to just certain things about like your friends, certain lifestyles. Thinking you about this and like just a lot. That's like a complete different topic. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he
But-
done definitely gave me and Lexus some lectures also. Just,
but you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I appreciate my dad. Again, still I appreciate my father for being like super transparent because I wasn't like like my parents still let me be involved in like activities.
Yeah.
And do things and like experience regular kid things. You
Okay.
know, there was plenty of times like they use like I guess spiritual wisdom and be like, yo, you're not going to this.
Yeah.
And it's like cool. The one time my mom reneged on not letting me go, allowing me to go to something, I went to Empire Skating Ring. I broke my leg.
Okay.
I was
shout out to
7.
Empire Skating.
Yeah.
Mama knows.
Mama definitely
Mama knows.
knew better that time, but she said that was like one of the things she regretted, like because I was like begging and pleading. It was like people from the church,
Right.
and a lady was trying to like help me from like falling,
Yeah.
and she kind of fell on it and it just broke. So it's like my parents didn't keep me, like separated from like the world, and I still got family members like that don't go to church with. That don't go to church. Like I'm close knit family, with both sides, my mother and my father's side. So
Right.
it's just all about how you treat people, and to me, like, trying to like save souls. Like if I could be like Jesus' personal assistant and just be in the hood, like, yo, bro, you should believe.
Right.
Let me show you why. Like, or like really just spitting game about God, I
Yeah.
would so sign me up, bro. If I could get paid to not be at work and really just talk about how God loves you and how you should unpack a lot of things to be a better person as a black man, bro, I would do it. So if there's anybody out there that's going to see this, yo, please, if you got a good situation for me, please tap in.
Yeah, that might be.
But you know what I'm saying? But real talk, bro. It's like
That might be
you
your
know,
bread and butter for real.
Yeah,
for real.
you know, like just being really transparent. You know, so like I can't say I had the typical like PK. You know, situation. Like I know a lot of people that complain about it, but mine's isn't terrible.
Right.
You know, being like a preacher's kid, and still like Steve's was still outside.
But I'm telling you,
could tell.
that all came
After the fact.
Because my grand, I told you I was.
Now I feel that though.
The opposite to you, like the way you said, like your dad, although his faith based, he had a lot of like conversations with you, and teachings with you about the relationship, right?
Absolutely.
With me, it was more like, yo, read this Bible, understand the Bible, know the Bible, and he wasn't allowing me a lot of the extra shit.
Yeah,
But see, you gotta remember, bro,
freedom.
that's a huge generational gap, though.
That's true.
Now that you say it, like it's your grandfather raising you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
like
that's that.
being,
So-
yeah, that's like a super huge, you know, piece
and then
to
when
that
I get
too.
older, I'm realizing, like not realizing, but like people was telling me stories that about him, how he was when he was coming up. So it's like, yo, you teaching me all of this shit, or
He wasn't the same.
that's what I'm trying to say. It was
Yeah.
hard for me to grasp that. So when I'm hearing that, my rebellion kicking now. Cause now I
Yeah.
want to hear it, but then I moved to America, so can't get me over here, dogs. But the relation, like the one thing I am thankful for is opening that door and showing me that side, or giving me that knowledge to build my own personal relationship with God and move
That's
how I
real.
need to move accordingly. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I mean,
like-
he planted some seeds, bro, that you gonna have for life.
For life, and I plant the same.
Absolutely.
What you
Yeah, I can't wait for you to become a.
Scratch. Become a what? You just told me the other day. Wait.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'm looking
Ah,
forward
you
to
had
you
that
being
wait
like
part?
that.
You said,
bro,
yeah,
I
you
had
have
the
to wait. We have to
conversation.
wait for it.
Not
wait.
Steve's like you had to
Yeah.
wait part is crazy.
Nah,
said,
because
wait.
remember when he first got in, he was,
It
just
was
like,
cool.
nah, this shit is
Exactly.
amazing, bro.
It was beautiful.
Go
It
follow
still
it.
is beautiful. I'm telling you, it still is, but it's kicking me. It's wearing me out, bro.
Wait till you got your son and like other kids around the same age, give or take 3 up, 3 down.
Bro, he has a cousin that is literally only a month, 2 months older.
All right, but wait till you get 2 more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I'm
and
not going to
babysit at the same time.
Whoa,
And
who's
then-
signing up for that?
That's what I'm trying to say. Nigga, I'm laying in. I told the story here. I'm laying in my bed. I was on the couch, tired, bruh. And I hear my son, hear my little cousins, hear my little brothers, and all I said to myself is, "Why the fuck would people sign up for this shit repetitively?"
It's a tough gig.
Wait, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
I mean,
waiting.
you
I'm not
too
waiting
old.
that
You 30
long.
now, right?
Huh?
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm not
30.
saying wait
Yeah.
wrong, bro. But I'm just saying, like, you know, don't let people pressure you, you know, and your lady into
Nah,
it. That, when
absolutely.
I say don't wait, that's really what I'm referring to.
Yeah, nah, absolutely
Because
not.
as your relationship grows, yo, people start thinking like, yo, you supposed to just like jump out the gate into like these big monumental moments,
Right.
And don't let you like enjoy the essence of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's one thing I hate. I hate that.
You and
Nah.
your Riz gotta be on point too. Like you and Shorty gotta be like
On
in
the sync.
sync,
Right.
Yeah, but that's,
Yeah.
Cause that's important.
yo, but you want to know what, bro? The motion of that changes so much, bro.
But that's why I say
There's
I
a
gotta
lot of
be in
evolving.
sync.
Yeah, bro.
Because she's gonna
people
change.
Yes, yes.
But and you gotta be tapped in enough to weather that change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Very true.
Not tap into your adaptive style to just move with the flow, because you know it's like a hormone imbalance. They wilding out. They think they normal, but they bugging. To you,
Think they normal.
Yeah.
but they bugging. Like
Bugging.
they making decisions or saying things or whatever. It's just a thing. Like in sync is what I would stress
That's
to
true.
anybody.
Right.
Because then you could weather that. If y'all on shaky grounds and a kid pop up, it's only gonna get shakier. That's why they said don't think a baby gonna fix our relationship.
Right.
Show
Absolutely not.
ain't, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Show
Absolutely not.
ain't.
What I wanted to go next.
Dang, I gotta come up with some questions for you, my boy. You're doing a great job. You kind of like you just like hosting.
Yeah, throw it at me. I'm not
I
a
don't
dad or nothing like
Pause.
that. You feel me? So
Pause.
he mentioned earlier about
Pause,
the
no free.
he mentioned earlier about the attachment thing. Did Jakey gravitate towards the mother more than you? Was that something that you experienced?
I mean, naturally, boys just attached to their mom. But there's a bond that fathers have, if present, that
right.
ain't nothing they could do about that.
Cause I see this guy. I see he be getting tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be seeing them how they interact and stuff like that. You
What do you
know.
mean?
Nah, like I think the day we went out to the Mexican restaurant. Let me use by Dunbar. Nah, not Dunbar. Down by the Brooklyn Bridge or whatever. I think you was holding him at the table or something like that. He started fussing. I wanted to go to mommy, or you gave him to mommy already.
Complete mommy's boy. But see, he
but
also
my boy was
breastfed,
hoodie.
Yeah,
See,
this is my thing.
And that's not a cut you off, Josh. In that scenario, it makes perfect sense because that's still the baby aspect, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But if he's not around, his son feels that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm starting to see that though now, bro. And I say that because like now, like if I leave out the room, he'll like, cause he can't fully like he can walk, bro. He be running in the walker, and the walker's all the way up where like it's just the seat, you know, like supporting him. It's not like it's really carrying him. He's running, but he's so used to us always holding his hands, he won't walk. So now he's like getting off the bed. Like if I walk out the room or if I leave out from like the living room, he getting off the couch and now trying and crawling to me. Like I'm starting to see the attachment grow, but like you know, me and my wife, we dropped the ball. My son sleeps in the bed. Worst mistake ever. I don't advise it.
Huge mistake.
I wish you know people told me about that, but my son.
That's
and I'm not blaming my wife. I'm saying like new parents. You know you learn through experience.
The best thing, bro, is just put. Well, you're too old for you now, but I say new parents just buy the bassinet, put it right next to her side of the bed.
Yeah.
Bruh, we bought a crib.
Like
you know what's in the crib?
Too soon for the crib. Probably
but
the
you know what's
Pampers
in
and
the
shit.
crib, bro?
Clothes.
Just toys,
Storage.
toys and clothes that we be thinking he gonna put on for the day, and that they fall off the crib, like fall off the railing right into the crib. So it's just toys and clothes.
We had staginal things like we had the top bassinet that was the playpen type bassinet shit, and then he slept in that for a little bit. But it's like I said, put it on her side of the bed, so when he wake up, she right there with the breastfeeding and all that. But I was gonna say to the attachment piece, right? 10 months.
10 months, bro.
Right.
Strong. Well, he's gonna be 10 months on the 28th.
So this is from me now, right? Like
Jim, I appreciate you.
Boys again naturally just gravitate more to the mom because that's the nurturing part that we miss that fathers just won't give.
Yeah.
What I always saw from my son was if he could, he'll just be with his mom. But if I'm moving or I'm doing something, he just walk away. The cutest shit now that Jakey do is if we just like outside somewhere and we waiting on a line or something, he'll just come try to get a hug or put my hand around him. And that's like a feeling you'll never like forget, because you see like that bond is again, it's a bond you building that nobody can play with. Because even like when you gonna see Josh when you get up to go to the store, Daddy, can I come? Like it's gonna start going like that. It's gonna be you're gonna feel annoyed because like, bro, I want some space, but it's just like you gotta appreciate. My mom's always told me like appreciate those times now, because the older they get, the less of those times you get.
Yeah, I was watching something on the gram and I seen this dude. It was kind of like a situation like this, you know, where they was talking about, you know, just shooting it and talking about just different life experiences. This guy was saying that. But like one of the things I like the most right now, like my son is like an alarm clock, and how he wakes up, bro, is like he pat me on the back.
Okay.
So
that's
like,
cute as hell.
So you know, like I be hoodie.
Yeah.
Respectfully, like it be sometimes where it's just like, you know, after especially long days of work, you come home and then still like learning this fatherhood thing and parenting, you know. And I watch him so closely, you know, where like all this stuff that's going on in the world, you know, where like even like detoxing children, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be metals and like food, different things like that, and what we eat, you know what I'm saying? So like, you just look at children, you just want to make sure like they okay, you know, like make sure that they're like just healthy, and at that age you don't know. And not that my son does anything like unusual, he's a baby, you know, but it's just like, yo, we live in a crazy social climate, like where you got to be super in tune with like what's going on and like how the world operates, you know, and like signs of like, you know, people, and we evolving every day. And now, yo, it's a crazy surge of like autism, bro. Right. Look at how many damn autistic people and kids it is. It's a real thing, but it's like, yo, damn, since when all of this, like, it just been a huge, you know, like increase of like I guess detecting or identifying with it.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, you can only, you know, and I'm not down in it. No, thank God, you know, we have the resources, but it's just like, yo, you want to make sure that your kids are okay and you're not contributing to like long-term effects of anything
Right.
like that, you know. So it's tough, bro. This fatherhood stuff is.
I got a
You know,
question.
the phones are like you could Google tag on there anything, bro, and like mess your head up, bro.
You gotta stay the course, my boy.
That's a fact.
Dre, you can answer this too. Actually, how do you think your wife grades you in your fatherhood?
I ask.
Like, what she think
she
you're doing
say?
a good job?
She thinks my wife is so supportive, bro. Shout out to you, Ash. I want you to know.
Shout out
Just
Ash.
you know, like genuinely, like my wife is, bro. She's amazing. Like,
Yeah,
and
but does she think you're doing a good job?
yeah, no, this is why.
Like,
No,
answer
I'm
my
not just
question.
no, bro. I'm not just bigging her up, but no, I say that because like, yo, we really fluidly communicate, and like I could really ask, like, yo, even when I'm having like bad days when I don't feel like I'm involved, she'll affirm and tell me like, yo, you doing a good job, like it's all right, you know, like bro, it's some days where it's just like, yo, I come home and I'm just out of it, and I'm trying to like work on my business, and he got his thing going on, Priest is like doing his thing. And it just be a lot, bro, and I don't feel as present as I should be. But in those moments, she may notice it or may not, but she'll say the right thing to let me know, like, yo, bro, you doing enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even when I'm doing, like, the dad things, she still, you know, has that same thing. So, like, I don't question if I'm doing it right. But you just always wonder, you know, because it's like, this is new. Like, my kid, too, I don't think I need anybody to tell me like I'm doing a good job, because you're gonna learn from, you know, like
At that point, it's just surviving.
Yeah.
Facts.
Making sure they survive.
yeah.
What about you, Dre? Do you think your mom thinks your dad did a great job raising you? And B, do you think your dad did a good job raising you?
My answer to both them questions is my dad did the best he could.
All right, let's move on.
My dad did the best he could. I went through many sagas with my father, many different time periods and things like that. So I will say now we're in the best place that we've ever been in life. Like
I love that for
he
you.
literally calls me every day. We talk, we chop it up, you know what I'm saying? He lets me know he loves me and all of that. So things have definitely, you know, changed, and we're in a good place right now. But he did the same way how he's learning and growing right now. Like me and him have conversations and stuff like that. I see his missteps sometimes. I see where he can improve. I see where he's doing a great job, but he's just doing the best that he can at this current moment, and that's just what it is. But I think he's doing a great job personally, and I'm not just saying that. Like,
Who, about your dad?
no, you.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Cause I've had the pleasure to be over there a couple of times. Of course, I go see my godson, but you know, just even in talking to him, like I know he's doing a great job and he's gonna be a great father. You feel me? What about you? What would
Did she grade your parenting?
Yeah, how would she grade your parenting?
Wait, how old is your son?
6.
6. That's tough, bro. Not tough in a bad way. Like that's like I love that you can like talk about your relationship with your son and have stuff to talk about, bro. It's a lot of people that think they're present and they're not as present as they like they think they are.
So that's what I was gonna say. I feel like if she was to grade it, she would want me to be a lot more present. I don't think. I mean, in fairness to her, I don't think she sees the doing the best you can. For some odd reason, I don't think like people that the other person involved sees that. Even your kid don't see that you're doing the best you can.
Right.
That's not something he's gonna see until he gets
Right.
in a stage of emotional maturity to see for himself. In his mind, you either doing this shit or you not doing this shit. It ain't till he
Emphasis on the
get,
emotional. You hear the background?
Yo, y'all.
Y'all 2 for 2, bro. Y'all
shit,
really 2 for 2, bro. What's going on?
But nah, that's really how it go, bro. Like, I feel like she would want more presence on me to do more, because obviously we don't live together and all of that shit. We not together, so those things factor in. But
Do you feel like you could do more?
I would love to do more. If I was saying it the other day, like it's certain things like I wish I just have access to, like, well, life be lifing. So other things for him to enjoy or get the things that I know he needs, there's things I know I need to do.
That's right.
And that's just where it's at. And again, he ain't gonna appreciate that. And I'm, like I said, mature enough to know he's not gonna appreciate it until he gets to a place where he can understand. So now it's just like, oh, I'm seeing daddy, we gonna go do this, da da da. And like I said, kids view love, they spell love by showing up. They don't spell it with things you buy for them or whatever. It's just the time spent and showing up.
It's just the visibility at that point.
Presence, bro.
That's how they judge it.
Legit presence.
So
Makes complete sense.
I don't miss nothing. That's why, like, yo, you need me to take the day off? Done. I was with him for an hour, bro.
Yeah. Nah,
But
yeah,
he
bro.
hugged me, yo, thanks, Dad, for coming to take me to the dentist. Yeah, no
It's
problem,
the
bro.
little things. It's the
little
It's
things.
the little things, bro.
Yeah,
And
surprisingly
it helps
enough,
her out, too, because now she ain't have to miss a day at work, even though she did. And I was
they
very
remember
upset
those
about it.
things, though.
Yeah, they do.
Especially now, like it's a present, thing that they can like talk about, like reflect on, whatever it is that you did. The time is valuably spent.
So you went for his birthday also at the school, like just little stuff like
Nah,
that.
you don't miss those things.
Yeah,
those
nah.
things, like Josh has said, they
Yeah.
remember those things.
I'm telling you, bro.
You don't miss the big moments, and you don't miss as many as the little moments either. The little moments is what they remember. I remember him. We was eating Guinness the other day, like 2-3 weeks ago, and he said, "Yo, Dad, can I get that green thing that we be throwing outside the car, like what we had before?" And I was like, I know what you talking about.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah, it's just little things, bro.
That's what's up, man. Josh, how has your friendships changed since you became a father?
Very tough. Very tough. I feel like I'm not as present for my friends, as I probably could be. You see how things change as life moments change. You know what I'm saying? Like then you won't show up enough for certain things, and you stop getting invited. Or I'm cool on. I don't take stuff like that personally.
Right.
Like for select people, like type people, and it's not that you don't get invited to certain things, but I think you kind of start overthinking certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, yo, and then people also do stuff that I hate. Like they try to think for you, be like, yo, I thought you would have been busy. You know what I'm saying? So that bothers me.
Okay.
Invite me if you wanted to invite me, but don't think about, if I'm gonna be free or not.
Right.
I'm the most transparent person. Like y'all know if I'm coming or not coming, and my peoples know I'm a sacrifice. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like a few people I wish I could connect more with, but at the same time too, that was just a part of my heavy social era or season in my life, like going out and stuff like that. Like my life is completely different now. And don't get me wrong, me and my wife, we go out, but now you got a kid, so and I'm big on keeping friendships. Like I don't feel like my wife, she wants to go on a trip or go to DC, see her friends, or go out the country. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, listen, do your thing. Have a good time. There's no reason for, us to not be able to, be away from each other without trust. So, I advocate for yo, do that. Because a lot of my wife's friends live outside the States.
Yeah.
So that, so we just, a lot of times it's just us. And it's just yo, do we need, and I think we need more friends that are married too.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Definitely,
kind of
definitely.
a thing that changes too, because you kind of want to be around people that go through things that you go through, or you could just iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
So you kind of want to just be around people that could, you could get sharp with, that's going to give you some gems too. And not to say that people that aren't married can't, it's just a little different.
Right, absolutely.
Because everybody's views, people be thinking yo, you single until you marry, so they do whatever they want.
It's a different level of understanding.
Yeah, it's a complete different, situation. So, but I do love the friends that I got. I got some solid ones with me. You feel me? So,
Yes,
we
sir.
make time. That's what I appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, I could speak to that. I one of the things that I knew definitely that things was gonna change once Priest came. Obviously, that's something that you can't control. I knew that the communication probably wouldn't be as as, you know,
frequent
as it used to be, and it shows. Like, we used to be in the group chat every day, chatting it up
Faithfully.
all day, memes, just
Even
wilding.
at work.
Yeah, even at work, just wilding, FaceTime and just doing, you know what I'm saying. But now the communication definitely has, you know, stepped back a little bit. But I understand, like, my man got responsibilities. He got a wife. He got a kid. Like, shit is different right now. And I got responsibilities as well. Like, I'm going through my old things in my life, and, you know, there's things that I gotta take care of. So I know I'm not as present as well.
Right.
I'm not as active in the group chat as well. But, you know, everybody going through their emotion, going through their life, and that's just kind of what it is. But, like, I like your point. Like, I don't like to reflect my feelings onto you. So what I mean by that is, like, I still do invite you to do things and play ball and stuff like that. And even if I get told no 1,000 times, like, I'ma still keep inviting you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Appreciate that, bro.
that's all that is. How has your friendships changed? Well, from the beginning when he was younger, and you had to, like, you know, be there a little bit more. But, like,
Or did you have like a my bad, Drake? Or did you have like a season where you like where it was like similar
to what?
Like
what you said?
Yeah, like where it's like seams of like gray areas, like, you know, with your friends and like just life changing. You know, of course, you having a kid being like one of those life changing moments.
Yeah, I had that. I went through the same thing. Like, people. That's one of my biggest pet peeves too. People thinking for me or like making plans for me without me. Like, those things piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I've had that same thing. As far as the friendship go, like, not luckily, like, you just naturally just surround yourself or gravitate to people of like situations.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, people that has kids or had kids already before mine or whatever case, or having kids at the same time, like, you form that little community because those are the people you're going to lean on for the little nuances of parenthood. Like, it's certain things they just don't teach you.
Right.
And your kid just presents problems, or like hand, foot, and mouth disease. I never knew what that was till he had it. And as soon as I said it to my people, it's just like, oh, this is what you do. These are the symptoms you're going to see. Like, those type of things. You get me? Like, ain't no way you can find that information. But you just naturally over time just find yourself surrounded by people that of like situations. It's like he said, he got to find like more couples that, because they gonna understand. It's not a knock against the non-married friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just especially like couples that season into the marriage. Was you like 2 years into your marriage? A year?
About to be 2 years.
2 years.
October 8th.
So imagine him hanging with somebody that's 10.
Right.
5. You feel me? Like, those type of examples for him to have around him is gonna greatly impact his life and how he moves with his marriage.
Absolutely.
Right.
Especially if they stand up marriages, because that's another factor.
Don't go there, bro. That's a different topic.
If they stand up in their marriage, if you around like just like that,
That's very true.
we always say, like, if you got real people around you, like people that's gonna stand on business around you, then you ain't have no choice but to either conform or fall.
Right.
Very true.
Because you can't keep up.
100%.
Very true.
What that sound like?
Not yet. I'm about to end it off, but y'all gave some great advice about fatherhood. I definitely will continue to wait a little bit.
Definitely.
Me and Shorty definitely talked about it, so, you know, we on the same page still, but it's something I'll be looking forward to. But thank y'all for sharing y'all gems, man, and, you know, I hope that y'all continue to, you know, just be great fathers, and Josh, just keep learning. You know what I'm saying? Keep learning. You got Stiz now as a connect if you ever have any questions, or you just, you know what I'm saying, need somebody to bounce some shit off of. So you good. But I did want to get into you really briefly before we end the episode, because you are, like us, a creator as well.
Oh, my phone
you know, you mentioned that while taking care of your child, you are juggling a business as well.
Yes.
Tell the people what it is that you do, what you love to do, what you offer, kind of how you got into it, and, you know, you could give out your Instagram handles and all of that.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So, like Dre said, I am a creative. I am a photographer and videographer, cinematographer. I've been in the field for like 3 years or so. It's something that I'm really passionate about, creating content, visuals. I do not do music videos, so please don't think that's my area of expertise. But content creating and bringing like just stories to life is like something I really just always had a passion about. So, you know, I just work with, you know, artists, brands, companies, you know, who's ever really trying to, you know, put some beautiful experiences together. You know, anytime we shoot is always an experience, and I appreciate and stand on delivering something that, you know, you can enjoy and be, and of course it's different from when you work with anybody else. So shout out to everybody that's booked with me so far. You can find me at Yev Visions, YEV_VISONS. I think I spelled that right. I'm not like the best speller, so you know, but that's my.
That's your handle, not mine.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm the only Yev Visions out there, so yo, make sure you know y'all add me. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for, you know, having me up here for real. It's been it's been a pleasure. You know, you guys really have a really good thing going. Shout out to bro for letting me take his, you know, sit in. You know, we appreciate you, my boy.
Word.
You know, but this is really good. You know, I hope y'all get longevity, you know, with the art of what y'all got going here. You know, I feel inspired.
Man,
I feel inspired.
We started with a whole bunch of people that done dropped off already. Like
it's evolved. It's evolved. It's different.
We stuck with this thing. So.
Thick and thin.
Thick and thin. I love it.
It's gonna get better.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Course,
y'all got any lasting message? Well, we finishing or we still going? Cause you kind of
it's crazy, bro.
Nah.
you want to sign off or something?
Nah, I'm not signing off. I thought you was about to cut me off, my boy. I still got some left. Where we at?
Yo, this is crazy. All right, now we gonna get into some other stuff definitely. But if Two was here, he would say that sounds like another one. We want to hear from y'all. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like this episode, you know, leave a comment on the Instagram page. You know, hit us in the DM. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If there's any specific guests that you want us to reach out to, anything like that, just hit us. We want to hear from you. If you in the office, if you in the gym, if listening to audio is your thing, we're available on all audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that. So Here's the Thing. If visual is your thing, we're on YouTube at So Here's the Thing podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe that thing. And yeah.
Yo, you did everybody pot?
I don't think I ain't.
Cause I be forgetting. I'm bad at these when one of the bros is out. But long story short, Josh, thank you for popping up. We appreciate that. It's your boy Stizzy.
Your boy Steeler.
Your boy Josh, aka Wealthy Yev. Follow me.
Yes, sir. We out there.
Yes, sir.